minute.
Now, if any of you sons of got anything else to say, now's the time!
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful week. It's Thursday, August 19th. We've got a little bit of news around the impending absolute disaster that will be Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, a fault of none of the actors or actresses in this film, but of a overly confident Marvel team led by Kevin Feige that thought, hey, these idiots will see anything that says Marvel on it, so we're going to put up movies nobody wanted or asked for, like Legends of the Ten Rings, Shang-Chi, and The Eternals, where I bet you could ask 1,000 people on the street. No one's heard of it. I'm not saying it's inherently bad. I'm saying that, to me, it's pretty clear that Marvel chose The Eternals and chose Shang-Chi for financially motivated diversity reasons. Hilariously, China has rejected Shang-Chi, calling the actor too ugly to bother seeing the film, and still has no Chinese box office release date. I'm getting the feeling that given the big anniversary coming up in China and the fact that they haven't bothered releasing, I don't think even Black Widow yet, if at all, that they're not going to release this film either. And when you look at the Eternals, between the two films, the Eternals has a former, one of these two films, I think it was the Eternals, the director is a former member or resident of China and has spoken out against them. So there's literally zero chance that they're going to show that. So after years of pandering to China, it seems like Disney has just given up. I haven't seen a single advertisement for this movie, and they've just taken the L here. Now, I'm sure they'd release it on Disney Premium if they could, but for whatever reason, they can't. So they've gotten so desperate that they've announced free screenings of the movie. They're so desperate to get any kind of pub or hype around this movie. Disney and Marvel Studios have announced free screenings of Shang-Chi on Wednesday, August 18th in 25 cities across the United States and Canada, which is more than 2 weeks ahead of its premiere. Witness the rise of Marvel's next superhero. Sign up for the special IMAX early screenings of Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings in 25 markets at 7 p.m. local time. First come, first serve. RSVP here and claim your seats for the movie. I'm sure they were all claimed by bots almost immediately. The movie, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. It doesn't feel, from what I've seen and what I've heard from people who've actually seen it, it doesn't really play out like your traditional Marvel movie, more like a traditional action film or a martial arts film. But to me, it just seems like they keep stacking L's. I mean, we had the main actor in this movie put out a really bizarre tweet earlier today that didn't make any sense whatsoever to me. You had this article via Discussing Film, quote, It means that kids growing up today will have what I didn't, which are characters that are aspirational that also reflect their lived experience. Simu Liao on Shang-Chi, what it means to him. Apparently forgetting Here, Melanie Mack absolutely destroying them. I hate it when people act like diverse casting is some new thing. Back in the 90s, there was diversity in cartoons, TV shows, and movies, and everyone treated it as normal without expecting a pat on the back for it, like it was some revolutionary feat. Yeah, I'm 34, and we never got to see Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Lucy Liu, or even comedy guys like John Cho or Margaret Cho. There was never anybody Asian in sports like Michelle Kwan or Yao Ming. Pat Morita, never existed. Nobody reveres directors. I guess John Woo, also Chow Yun-fat, Ang Lee. I mean, there are innumerable world popular Asian actors, and it's just more woke nonsense. They can't seem to find their footing with the American people, with the West, because the movie just looks meh to me. Shang Chi Controversy. Now, of course, we saw the back and forth between Marvel head or Disney head and some of the actors in this film who got offended by the fact that Kevin Feige referred to it as or I think it was Bob Chapek, the CEO of Disney, referred to it as an interesting experiment. And, the actors and actresses on the film got a little butthurt about that, saying, "We are not an interesting experiment," he said on social media. "We are the underdog, the underestimated. We are the ceiling breakers. We are the celebration of culture and joy that will persevere after an embattled year. We are their surprise." Actually, that's not going to happen. I'm going to predict that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings will actually do worse than Black Widow and probably the Squad movie. It will probably lose money, although the budget for it is much more reasonable than Black Widow had. I think Black Widow had to hit like somewhere around 400 million just to break even. This film, much smaller budget, so it's possible. See early review for Shang-Chi. Wow, just wow. Easily a top 10 Marvel film. Hits all the right notes. Wonder, excitement, action, family, fun, just stellar. Every main kind of critic out there is just going way over the top with its praise for this film. And I'm willing, I'm not going to run out to see it just because I don't have a ton of interest in it. But if I hear it's good from trusted sources, I'll probably watch it. I might have to get in a boat to do so. But, for me, I'm in a little different position because I cover these movies so extensively. I don't think it would be fair if I didn't bother to at least see them and give a fair take on it. The controversy of Shang-Chi comes as Disney has had a recent controversy over Black Widow with Scarlett Johansson and much other issues. Marvel Studio President Kevin Feige clarified the comments, by the way, about being an experiment in an interview this week, saying Chapek's words were misunderstood. According to The Hollywood Reporter, he said he wasn't looking to downplay the film. I do believe they are downplaying it. I do believe that they are in trouble. They link to, here's a perfect example. He's a pop culture verified checkmark at Deseret News who covers Marvel and got a whopping, even when linked in this article, 19 likes on your early review with not a single reply from anybody. So you have 6,000 bot followers. Also understand that there are a lot of these Marvel Stan accounts that are on Twitter that artificially create hype. They're not real. They'll use the appropriate hashtags, they'll post pictures, they'll post fan cams. These aren't real people. Shang-Chi's Marvel Studios learned of Simu Liao's, I should really learn how to pronounce it. Someone tell me in the comments. We gonna talk tweet after he was cast. Okay, Marvel, we gonna talk or what, when he wanted to play Shang-Chi. And by the way, I don't know that there's anything necessarily troubling about this actor. I haven't seen anything that they were in. But the internet is now canceling another star, Aquafina, for mocking black culture. Look, here's the thing with this Aquafina lady. She always talks with a black accent, and the black community doesn't like it. This is very common in Asians in movies and television shows. I also, for white people that do it, we had a different word for them. But like a wankster or something like that. This is something that Aquafina has been criticized many times before. So every single thing she that she gets cast in always has the same stuff pop up. The newest Marvel cast member is the latest target of cancel culture after claims of cultural appropriation surfaced online. On Twitter, many fans pointed out that Aquafina has been mocking black people and black culture in general for years through her comedic skits and has gotten away with it on multiple occasions. In particular, the actress's use of black scent in her skits and various movie roles is cited by fans as one of the many reasons why Aquafina deserves to receive all the hate she could get. Some of the tweets, me looking at why Aquafina is trending and seeing nothing but black people rightfully dragging her. Shang-Chi looks dope, but I refuse to watch anything with Aquafina and her black scent. So today I've seen multiple people call out Aquafina for her use of black scent that propelled her career, only for her to, quote, turn it off when put in more serious films. Will she ever address it, though? One of the most annoying things about Aquafina is the farewell showed there's a competent actress under the black scent, but instead decided to build her career doing stuff like this. The fact that stuff like this works as a successful career builder is a separate issue. I'm not going to watch Shang-Chi now, which sucks because I really wanted to see it, been looking forward to it. But now that I know what I know about Aquafina, that's a heck no for me, and I'm telling everyone I know about her black scent and minstrel shows. Here's the thing. In my experience, people that are quick to quote-unquote boycott things like this, we're never going to see it in the first place. Do I think it's funny? Yes. Do I care? No. I think sometimes the way people talk is more of a product of where they grew up. I noticed that, how do I say, that there's always like a certain type of white guy that talks like that. They always seem to be from the same areas. When I was in elementary or middle school, when like Eminem was really popular, a lot of stupid kids were like non-meaning and stuff like that. I mean, Eminem's white. He grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, so he talks a certain way. I don't know. Did Aquafina make a conscious decision to talk like this for money reasons? That seems unlikely. But people are really sensitive these days, and this is going to follow her around, forever. So a black scent is acceptable for Aquafina's BA, but Asian accents that are offensive? Girl, F you. Aquafina won't do accents, but will drop rap songs in a black scent and won't apologize for using it for fame. Got it. That's an interesting word choice there. Minstrel. Yeah. She grew up at Forest Hills, and there's not a lot of black people in that area, so how that forced black scent is a product of her environment, then the people in her environment don't even talk that way. Well, maybe she's from her culture of music she listened to when she was growing up. I don't know. I don't care. I'm happy to see another Marvel debacle. Phase 4 is going to be an absolute disaster. Are you going to go see Shang-Chi? Are you excited for this film? Are you going to wait and get in your boat and see it, or watch it whenever after the 45-day window? I'll be interested to hear your comments in the comment section down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.